Hello. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. I probably should have done that before pressing record on the camera. But the topic I want to talk to you about today is tricky, to say the least. So there was an example, there was an actual study done with fleas, okay? If you take a group of fleas and you place them in a jar that, 5-6 inches tall, right? The fleas have the natural capability to jump out of the jar, right? And they will. But if you put a lid on the jar and leave it for a long enough period of time, the fleas will stop trying to jump out of the jar. They'll just stop. And then if you take the lid off the jar, the fleas will not go back to trying to jump and escape the jar. It's almost like they get programmed. This is how high I can jump, and I never jump higher than this. And here's the really trippy part, dare I say the scary part about this experiment. If those fleas in the jar were to have offspring, then their babies would never even know that they had the God-given ability to jump beyond the rim of that jar. Think about that for a second. I'll wait. You know who Bob Lazar is? If you don't, look into him. He's a very interesting individual. But he's a very interesting man for a couple reasons. One of which, Bob Lazar built a car for himself that had a jet engine on the back of it. And he used to drive that car to work and back. And sometimes he would just light the engine just for fun. Have you ever done that? Yeah, me neither. You know why? Because we're the offspring of the fleas that were taught that they didn't have the capability to get above the rim of the jar. I didn't even know that you were allowed to do stuff like that. Did you? And this is what I want to talk to you about today. It's the phenomenon of allowed. A-L-L-O-W-E-D. Are you allowed to do that? It's such a silly concept. Allowed. As if you have to have permission to do fucking anything. Is this real life? Let me ask you a question, okay? Now, I'm not saying that I would like to be a penguin at this point in time in this scenario, but do the sea lions ask permission before they trap, kill, and eat a seal? Or a penguin? No. You know why? Because permission itself is bullshit. We don't live in a permission-based reality. We live in a permission-based society. There's a huge, huge fucking difference. Huge. Society says that you have to ask permission to do the things that you really want to do. Reality says that if you have the gumption to do them, do them. Morality suggests that you shouldn't do whatever you want to do if it is going to cause harm to another person or animal or living being, basically. That's what morality suggests. But reality says, fuck you to all that shit. Because in reality, human beings have forgotten this at some point in time. Okay? In reality, out in the wild, nearly everything dies on its back, screaming in pain while being eaten alive by something else. Does that sound like permission to you? Does the fucking lion chase down the gazelle and then say, excuse me, do you mind if I kill and eat you? That may sound like an extreme example, but I'm being entirely serious. You have been trained to ask permission to do the things that you really want to do. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, you don't need it. Allowance, permission is a faith-based system. You have to have faith in the fact that you need permission in order to be able to do that, in order for it to work. As soon as you lose faith in that system, you understand. Hey, not that you need it, certainly not from me, but I give you permission. I give you permission right now. I give you the allowance that you need to seek your dreams, the yearnings of your heart. I give you permission right now. You are allowed to do what you want to do. And who am I to give you that sort of permission and allowance? I'm someone who has that permission and allowance. The only type of people that are capable of giving it to another person. I can do anything I want. Why do you think I live in a van? Life is simple, you guys. It's really not this complicated. Things like this make it complicated. The systems that we have in place right now that we're all expected to follow. Because if we don't, everything that we've built will crumble. That's why they say you gotta have faith. Oh, I gotta have faith. Just gotta have faith, faith, faith. I gotta have faith, faith, faith.